Thank you for joining me for your practice today. You might grab a block and a bolster or a blanket. That way we can get ready to begin. Today's practice, we will explore the attributes of the archetype of the goddess Sita. She is known for her patience, her perseverance, her devotion, and her unconditional nurturing love. So if you'll join me today, we'll start in Balasana, or child's pose, if that is comfortable for you. If you would like to remain in Supasana with your legs crisscrossed, that's perfectly fine as well. But if you're able to join me on your knees, we turn, have your big toes kiss together, and spread our knees to the edge of our mat, and forward fold, resting your forehead on the mat, or if you'd like to use your block or your bolster, that would work as well. Your arms can be outstretched behind you to let your shoulders relax down into the earth. They can be stretched forward into a nice shoulder stretch. Just get comfortable as we begin to tune into our breathing. Leave everything outside. The next several minutes will be dedicated to yourself, devoted to yourself. So begin breathing. Begin noticing your breath. Notice the inhales and the exhalation, how your belly rises and falls, in and out, in and out. Go deep within yourself. Take this time for yourself. Coming back to Sita, in the midst of challenges and difficulties, we can see that Sita patiently endured what life brought her with devotion and love. And her attributes are often likened to a tree, strong and stable, patiently and gracefully enduring the changes of the seasons while remaining strong. Even in the midst of winter, the tree always patiently waits for the spring and hopes for a new beginning. So as you inhale deeply, exhale completely, and acknowledge that we all have challenges in our lives. The world has been complicated lately, but we also have the power to choose how we react and we respond to these situations. We have the ability to be grateful for life's goodness, even in the midst of difficulty. We have the ability to take this time and focus on our breath and focus on ourselves. So I encourage you to enter into today's practice with devotion and love for yourself. After all, we can't nurture and love others like Sita did if we are not kind to ourselves. Spend this time tuning into yourself, tuning into your strength and your stamina, and your belief in yourself and your convictions. Breathe in and breathe out. Find your focus and be grateful. Let's take another inhale and another exhale. And one more breath in and one more breath out. And on your next inhale, press your fingers into the ground, slowly rolling your back up, giving yourself a nice stretch. And bring your knees together. And come into Thunderbolt Pose on your knees. Again, if this is not comfortable, you're welcome to join me in Supasana, crisscross your legs, whatever is comfortable for you. If you'd like, you can take your block and set it behind so you can sit on it. Feel your feet pressing into the earth. Extend our spine long. Gaze forward, hands in your lap. And we'll begin warming up, again, focusing on our breath, concentrating on ourselves. So let's inhale our arms up and exhale, dropping your right arm to the side as we tip in a side bend, opening your side body, and exhale. And then inhale our arms up, and then exhale, tip to the other side, opening the other side of our body. And we inhale our arms up, and as we exhale, let's turn and twist towards the back, arms coming behind us. And we inhale our arms up and exhale, twist and turn towards the other side, gaze going behind. This time we inhale our arms back, both behind us, opening our chest in a nice back bend. And exhale your arms forward, curling your back around like a cat, extending your arms forward. Inhale your arms into cactus arms, pressing into your shoulder blades, filling your chest. And exhale as we curl forward, pressing those hands and your elbows together. Press your arms, feeling that across your upper part of your back. And release. Now let's inhale our arms up. We'll do this a little faster. Exhale, tip to the side. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, tip to the other side. Inhale your arms up and twist towards the back. Inhale your arms up and twist to the other side. Inhale your arms back, opening your chest. And exhale, curling forward. Inhale your arms into cactus arms, opening your chest. And exhale, curl in, hands and elbows together, pressing, engaging your arms. And release. And when you're ready, roll forward slightly, flip your toes under. You can remove your block and place it in front of you. And then press against the earth as you tip your hips down and back, raising your knees up, coming up onto your tiptoes. So raising those heels. And when you're stable, bring your hands to Anjali Mudra, or they can remain on your hips or down on the ground, perhaps a block for stability. But feel the balance. Envision your toes as roots sinking into the earth, providing stability. Tall spine, elongate through your head. One more deep breath here. Grip with your toes, engage your toes, get those legs going. And when you're ready, place your hands on your knees and slowly open them like butterfly wings. You can pivot your feet slightly. We want to feel the stretch in our inner thighs. If you'd like to press with your forearms a little bit, again, focusing on your balance. Gaze forward at one unmoving object to help this balance. One more deep breath here. Feel that stretch. Then when you're ready, bring your hands to your knees, pivot your knees back together, and you can remove your block. Hands go on the ground and push your sits bones to the sky into a forward fold. You can have your knees bent slightly, just feel that stretch all up and down the backs of our legs. You can dangle your arms, dangle your neck. You can grab your elbows, maybe a little organic movement here. One more deep breath in and out. And let's walk our hands forward into a downward facing dog, extending those sits bones again to the sky, pushing them back Again, your knees can be bent. Let's pedal our legs. Let's take our dog for a walk. Just feeling that stretch as we warm up our legs. Press into those fingertips, feeling the strength and stability in your arms. One more breath here. And on your next exhalation, let's lift your right knee, bring it forward, and set your knee down next to your right thumb. And slide your left leg back and come into pigeon pose. So again, let's elongate our spine, stretching back and strong. We want to feel this in our glutes, in our legs, and opening our hip on our left side. And if you'd like, you can stay here and stretch and breathe. Or we can use our block. We can come down on our forearms. If you'd like, you can put your head on your block, relaxing those shoulders. Breathe into that stretch. Focus on yourself and your breathing. And on your next inhale, press your fingers into the ground, pushing up, releasing that leg back, the bent leg back, coming into tabletop, flip your toes under and push up into downward facing dog. And feel that stretch, walk your dog. Feel all 5 fingers engaging the ground. And when you're ready, step your left leg forward, placing your left knee beside your left thumb, sliding your right leg back into pigeon pose on this side. And again, you can stay here. If this is plenty stretch, that's wonderful. Your sides may be different. Or if you'd like, again, you can come down on your forearms. You can place your head on a block. You can place your head on the floor. Just have a nice stretch. A couple more deep breaths here. And on your next inhale, press those fingers into the earth to raise yourself up. Releasing that front leg back into all fours, turning your toes under and pressing back up into that downward facing dog. Feeling a little more stretched, hopefully. A couple more deep breaths here. And on your next inhale, step your right foot between your hands. You might have to wiggle or help it forward. And spiral your arms up into warrior 2. So we sink forward on our front knee. Alignment's very important. Make sure that your knee is over your foot. We want to see our big toe. We don't want our knee pivoted in. So make sure knee is over ankle, over foot. And your stance can be about as long as your arms are, or it can be shorter. However, it is comfortable for you. And let's dance our warrior. So on our inhale, once we're stable here, let's straighten the front leg as we inhale our arms up and exhale our arms down as we go down into warrior 2. Inhale our arms up and exhale warrior 2. And inhale our arms up and exhale into warrior 2. Now let's extend forward slightly over our knee, bringing our forearm down to our knee or our thigh and reaching our back arm forward into extended side angle. You can put your hand down on the floor or on your block if that's comfortable. I like my forearm on my knee, and reach. Your gaze can be forward, it can be down, it can be to the side at your fingertips. And on your inhale, reverse that back, straightening that front leg and raising your front arm into reverse warrior. Feel the stretch in your side body. And then come back forward and sink in our knee, warrior two. Let's cartwheel our arms to the floor. Bring that leg back and press our sits bones to the sky into downward facing dog. Again, your knees can be bent slightly. You can pedal them. And on your next inhale, step your left foot forward between your legs, or your feet, and your hands. You can help it. Spiral those arms up into warrior two. Again, watch your alignment with your knee. And let's dance our warrior, extending up and exhale, sinking down. And inhale our arms and leg up and exhale our arms down. And inhale our arms up and exhale into warrior two. And again, reaching forward, extend forward. Bring your forearm to your knee or your hand to the floor as your back arm comes forward. And we have a long, strong line in extended side angle. And on your next inhale, rotate back, straightening that front leg. Arm goes overhead, opening our side body in reverse warrior. And coming back to warrior two, sinking forward. Let's cartwheel our arms down. Again, placing them on the ground, pivoting that foot, bringing our leg back and pushing our hips to the sky in downward facing dog. Now step, hop, or jump to the front of your mat. Inhale our arms up. And as our arms come down to heart center, sink into chair pose. Do you have a high chair today? Do you have a low chair today? You decide. And then as you stand, lift your right leg and knee up. Step it out to the side into a wide stance. Raising your arms up on the inhale, let's transfer our weight to our right leg. When we do that, it brings our left leg to a tippy toe. And when you're stable, feel the strength in your standing leg. Raise that left leg off the ground into a balancing five-pointed star. A couple of breaths here. And bring that leg in to the center, arms come to heart center, down into your chair pose. Raise that left leg up, that knee up, stepping it out, inhaling those arms up and transferring that weight to your left leg. Right foot comes to tippy toe, and when you're stable, raise your right foot. And coming to center, chair pose. We'll do this one more time on each side, raising your right leg, extending it out, transferring that weight as your arms go up, and raise your left foot. Strong, stable, feel and reach through your fingertips. And bring that left foot in, come into chair pose, raise it back up, step out, transfer your weight to the left, raising your arms and your right foot. Coming back to center in our chair pose. and standing with your hands at heart center. Let's transfer our weight into our right leg, coming into our tree pose, the symbol of Sita. We put our left toes on the floor in tippy toes. You can have your hands on your hips if you'd like, and pivot that leg out, opening this hip. And we can stay here if this is comfortable for you, or you can raise it. Be careful of your knee, either higher or lower. Just be careful not to push too hard on that knee joint. If you wobble, that's okay. But coming into tree, your hands can be here. Your hands can be up here. Imagine that you're a tree. Feel the power. Think about the strength going down through your toes, growing roots, keeping you stable. Your arms reach for the sun. Trees are patient. They stand through all the changes, the days and the nights, the climate differences, the seasons. Stay still. Have your gaze focused at one unmoving point. If your mind wanders, that's okay, but you may find you wobble, and wobbling's all right as well. Just come back to your breath. Maybe, if you feel like it, let your tree wave in the breeze. And release your arms and leg down. Deep breath in and deep breath out. And now let's transfer our weight to our left, bringing our right foot to a tippy toe. And again, you can stay here if that's comfortable for you, or you can raise it. Again, focus your gaze, concentrate on your breath. This side may be a little different, and that's all right. Engage your Pada Bandha, your Uddiyana Bandha with your core. Observe your mind. Again, bring your mind back to yourself and your practice in the moment right now. Draw stability from the earth as you raise your arms. Breathe slowly. Breathe quietly. And wave in the breeze. Go with the flow. And if you fall out, that's all right. Just come back to your breath and your practice. And release your arms and your legs down. And inhale our arms up, deep breath, and a forward fold. You did hard work. How do you feel? Let it all go. Little organic movement here. And when you're ready, walk your hands forward. Come into a downward facing dog. One more good stretch here. And come to your knees, tabletop, little organic movement. Stretch, get those hips going. We work those hips and those legs really hard. Just move as you feel inspired to move. And when you're ready, find your way to your back. And let your knees fall together. Walk your toes out to the side of your mat so that your knees tip in, giving your hips a nice little relaxation, a little stretch. Tune into your breath. Your heart may be beating faster. I know mine is. Just breathe deep. This time is for you. And as we enter into Savasana, as you extend your legs down and lay flat, you might wish to put a bolster or a blanket under your legs or under your head. Just get comfortable. We'll take a few more moments just to ourselves, just tuning in to what you need today. Come back to your breath, breathing in and breathing out. And as we go forth from our practice, I encourage you to embody the attributes of Sita: patience, perseverance, strength, and love, as demonstrated by the image of a tree. So I would wish for you that you would think like a tree. Soak up the sun, affirm life's magic, be graceful in the wind, stand tall after a storm, feel refreshed after it rains, grow strong without notice, be prepared for each season, provide shelter to strangers, hang tough through a cold spell, emerge renewed at the first signs of spring, stay deeply rooted while reaching for the sky, be still long enough to hear your own leaves rustling. Poem by Schragg. Take one more inhale and completely exhale. And when you're ready, roll to your side and take 2 more rounds of breath at your own pace. And when you're ready, meet me in a seated position. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me. I honor the light within you through the light within me. Namaste.